Happy holidays. This is Jessica Lynn from JessicaLynnOriginal.com with ArtistryinCards. So I wanted to go ahead and create a card from a brand new digital stamp that I created. You can see I have 3 of them in there, and all 3 are brand new to the website. So definitely visit JessicaLynnOriginal.com. And this one right here was Santa and Buddy the Brentwood elf. This one is actually free. It is free up until November 10th. After that, it'll go to a regular paid digital stamp. But as far as the Coffee Lovers blog hop, I decided to go ahead and offer this one for free. So I'd highly encourage you to go download it now so that you can create some fun Christmas cards. Or what's fun about digital stamps is that you could actually print these off and have your kids color them, and you can hang them up, and it's just a lot of fun. The only thing about digital stamps you just want to remember is that all rights to the image in itself do still remain with the artist and the company. So it is only for personal use for cards, or if you're going to just have fun with it, not to be mass produced, not to be resold, anything like that. If you have questions, toss me a message or comment down below, and I will definitely do my best to follow up with you. So I'm going to go ahead and color Brentwood and Santa in, and we'll just speed it up a little bit here so that it just kind of shimmies along. One of the things I do love about Copics is how beautiful they color Brentwood. And Brentwood is an owl that I have had for quite a long time. He's copywritten and all that good stuff. So his color, his official color, because people have asked me before, is E34, which is called Toast. So that's his official brown, if you were looking to figure out what color I was using. Now, he is looking very similar to Buddy the Elf, so I absolutely love that. I think he looks so adorable, and this is such a cute card. I cannot wait to see what everyone creates. If you don't know what the Coffee Lovers blog hop is, it runs currently November 3rd all the way through to November 10th. And there are a lot of prizes based off uploading cards, going out and liking people's posts, and so much more. So definitely check it out. If you're on JessicaLynnOriginal.com, just click on blog, and then look for the post that talks specifically about the Coffee Lovers blog hop. So I'll go ahead and color this in, and I'll meet back up with you in a minute. Alright, so while I'm coloring, I thought, you know what, I'll give you some tips on Copic markers. I've gotten other markers recently that I like just as much, but a couple of the best tips I can give you about using Copic markers are, when you're using them, invest in better quality paper. If you want to make the most of your Copic markers by using high quality, smooth, bleed resistant paper, it's going to prevent the ink from feathering or bleeding through. And the paper I'm using today, it's not as good, so every once in a while you can see a little spot where it bleeds. And when I have that, then I come back in with like a white ink pen and I'll clean it up afterwards. Tip number 2 is going to be that blending is the key. Copic markers are renowned for their blending capabilities. You can achieve a really smooth color transition, and a lot of times when I'm doing coloring and shadowing, I will use the same variation of the same shade. So in other words, I'll use this red, then I'll use a little bit darker, and then the darker one. And they blend in beautifully. By overlapping the colors and using a colorless blender, sometimes you can help soften the edges a little bit and create just a better blend. The next thing I'll share with you is actually going in and adding additional layers. So the more layers you put with Copic markers, you're going to get better depth and dimension with your artwork. By applying multiple layers, it intensifies the color and actually can help with shading. So you can see I'm adding extra versions of that red right on top. Maintaining consistency is the next one. So to ensure color consistency, keep your markers in optimal condition. So you may want to have like a swatch book or a record of the colors you own. And it says to store your markers horizontally to prevent one end from drying out faster than the other. So there you go. I've always been told by many people to put them vertically, but horizontal is the best practice on that. So, and then don't be afraid to experiment and practice. You know, when you're going in and playing with different techniques or color combinations, you know, keep trying. Try hatching, so cross hatching, stipling, other effects, just to get different textures and see how they work. And I guess, you know, with this color or the Copics and stuff and coloring, I mean, don't be so hard on yourself if the first time you do it, it's not perfect. It takes time and practice, so you'll develop your skills. Don't worry. So the next thing I'm going to do is going to build the background of this adorable little duo. And you can see he is holding a little cup of coffee. And so what I'm going to do is I have this stencil that I've had and I've been wanting to use it. I love the cloud version of this. But I'm going to go ahead and build the trees, and I realized I started with the sky and worked down, and I should have started with the grass and worked up. Totally my bad. But I'll try and blend it in, and we'll see if we can make it work. I want to go in and have a really just bright, happy background, and then I'm going to come back in with a bunch of green for some trees, and then just kind of plop Santa and Brentwood right in front of that with a Merry Christmas sentiment. So I think that that will be very cute. If you've never used this before, my good friend Amy, she is amazing. And Amy Wares, she is phenomenal with these stencils. And I am only a novice this way. I can draw any image you want, but as far as the stenciling, yeah, I'm learning. But definitely if you have questions, she is the best resource that I have right now. That she's just great at it. And she loves to do it. But she told me, don't be afraid, just try. And so I continue to grow and build and learn from these. And the one thing I can tell you is it's a lot like weird painting with shoe polish. Take your time, play around with it. You can't screw it up. I mean, I feel like I kind of screwed this one up because I did it backwards. But again, being harder on myself than I should, because I did create some beautiful shadows. So, I mean, I'm really happy with that. I mean, look at that's some cool dimension looking with those trees. I just wish I would have started with a little bit darker in the background. So, not quite as much depth as I hoped for, but still the same effect that I've seen with the clouds, so I really enjoy that. I did go over a little bit on the green, so I'm going to come back in with one more blue just to kind of pop the sky a little bit more, and then we'll go ahead and add Santa. So one of the things I always encourage is don't forget to sign the back side of your cards. As the artist of the card, it's so important to show off what you did and share that with others. And I'm going to go ahead and use the stickers. Now these stickers I actually found, they're brown craft paper stickers, which I thought was so cool. And I can just take them off and poop, right on the card I go. I got them from the Dollar Tree, or the $1.25 tree, whatever I guess you want to call it now. And I was digging through my office and I couldn't find sentiments, so I kind of cheated. So this is one of those pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, and I am just going to go ahead and write Merry Christmas. But typically I would have stamped something on there, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue Brentwood and Santa down, and I think we're pretty good. Now, some of the things I could have done, I could have gone back in with a white marker and made a really cool sky. I could have added some glitter, because I think Santa could have used a little glitter. But I just, again, wanted to make a nice simplistic card just to show off this adorable free digital stamp that you can download at my website. So I would encourage you to go do that. It is free up until November 10th. And the thing I will ask is if you would please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I am trying to build up this channel a little bit more. So it helps when you do that. And go visit my website, jessicalynoriginal.com, and then don't forget to like this video. I'll pop a couple more up so that you can take a look at, and if you have anything else you have questions on, please go ahead and send me an email. Take care, everybody.